second project in there, Speaking in Praise. The title of the speech is Communication and Leadership Personified. So help me welcome Vanessa Nortey, Communication and Leadership Personified. Communication and Leadership Personified, Vanessa Nortey. May I record myself?
I'm recording you.
Oh, okay. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. Today I would like to let you know that I'm really excited to be here, to be part of the elite Toastmasters. And I felt compelled to share with you a little bit about me so that you can get to know me as one of your fellow members. And I will do that by talking about my two dads, Wilbert Savory, Georgie Torres. Two dads, you must be wondering? Let me explain. My parents got divorced when I was about 4 years old, and then my mom remarried when I was 18 years old, but she dated my new dad for about 8 years before they married. So that gave me an opportunity to establish a really strong relationship with my new dad. Now, I don't consider myself as having a dad and a stepdad. I consider myself blessed and having two dads. So what I would like to do today is to share with you why these two dads are very influential in my life, by sharing with you their past dreams, their current passions, and their purpose for the future. I'll start off by talking about their past dreams. My dad, he taught himself how to play the bass, the long one, the dum 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 dum, that kind. And he became so good that he traveled all over the world as part of jazz bands. In fact, that's how he met my mom when he was playing in Puerto Rico. My dad had a lot of other wonderful qualities. He's still alive, so he has a lot of wonderful qualities, such as being very eloquent, and he is able to really be charismatic, and he was able to use his skills in his profession as an entrepreneur, and then later in life as a stockbroker in New York City. He is actually, in my opinion, a communicator personified. My dad, Georgie, he too learned at an early age to play an instrument. He learned how to play the trumpet. And as a young man, he was able to travel also playing the trumpet as part of a marching band representing Puerto Rico, the majorettes of Puerto Rico. So you must be wondering, yes, my mom loves music. Not only did I learn from my dad's past dreams, but I've learned a lot from their current passions. Currently, my dad is retired, and he spends his time, full time in his church, serving his church. Now I'd like to share something with you. Growing up, I used to go and visit my dad in New York City during my summers, and every Sunday I would go with him to his church. And I remember being so proud because till this day, my dad is the one that does the announcements. And my dad would just stand up tall and with great posture and speak with a deep voice. And he used his diction and was eloquent. And I remember he combined the components of what he was going to say, what the people wanted to hear, with humor. Everyone loved hearing him speak, and so did I as a little girl. And I didn't know it, but seeds were being planted that I too would want to become a good speaker. Georgie, he's currently an information specialist, and he will be retiring in a few years. He'll be retiring soon. And Georgie, when my parents remarried and we all moved in together, I remember looking up to him because he was the type of man who felt so much passion for his work. He took pride in his work. And I remember seeing him going to work and just enjoying what he did. And he was the one who taught me, Vanessa, you have to have passion for what you do. Because if you have passion for what you do, you will do it well. And if you do it well, success will follow. Those were lessons that I still take till today. Now this brings me to the purpose for the future. You see, both of my dad's purpose is to share their knowledge, share their wisdom, set the example. And my dad did that. I remember that my dad was really into self-improvement. And I read some of the books that he has read, like Dale Carnegie's, showing how to communicate with people, getting to understand everyone's different needs so that you can address with words and communicate. Many lessons that you can learn from these books that I was able to learn at an early age because I followed what he followed. Now with Georgie and his leadership, he has leadership personified because I remember that because of his early interest in leadership, he joined the Army, where he was able to use common sense and he learned discernment, and he passed that on to me. Because of his leadership skills that I try to pick up from him, to this day I seek out for opportunities where I know that I'll be learning, that I'll be surrounded by people that I enjoy, that I will learn from. Opportunities like this, joining Elite Toastmasters, is seeking for those opportunities where you have that passion and you know you're going to learn and you're going to be able to shine, but at the same time also develop. As you can see, my dads were leadership and communication personified. They set the foundation for my two Toastmaster tracks. And quite frankly, I believe that me wanting to be like my dad's is what actually led me to decide to join Toastmasters. It's true. And in closing, as you can see, I admire both of my dads. Well, they have great dreams, they pursue their passions, and they really strive to have a purpose. And what I would like to do today is encourage all of you to keep on dreaming. Keep following your passion and make sure that you do have a purpose. Because after all, studies show that people who have dreams and passion and a purpose, they will live happier and much longer lives than people who don't. And it's because of these qualities that I shared with you that I'm proud of my dads, Wilbert Savory, Georgie Torres, who are communication and leadership